Coming up on the show, we have highlights from the softball and women's lacrosse teams, a recap of the men's soccer season, and we get to know some student athletes. Sit tight, the LTU Sports Report starts right now. Hello, I'm your host, Candace. Our show is presented by Lawrence Technological University and sponsored by Henry Ford Sports Medicine. Coming up first, we have highlights from the women's lacrosse team going up against Aquinas.
Elizabeth Kuhn here for the LTU Sports Report. Our women's lacrosse team was in Grand Rapids for the second time in a week to take on the second-seeded Aquinas Saints for the WHAC semifinal playoff game on April 22nd. When these two teams faced off in the regular season, the Blue Devils dominated with a 17-5 blowout. The rematch resulted in a Blue Devil win with an even wider margin. LTU got a lead early in the first half of the match and never let up. Top scorers for the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils included WHAC second-team all-conference player Abby Spantowski, who racked up 6 goals and 3 assists during the match. Just behind her was senior attack Anna Foley, who finished with 5 goals and 5 assists. Molecular cell biology major Bella Van Burden clocked in with 4 goals. She also recently picked up second-team all-conference honors. Junior Katie Waits from Milford, Michigan, who was named first-team all-conference, scored 3 goals. The final score was 20-6, and the win allowed LTU to advance to the WHAC championship on Saturday, where they will face off against Siena Heights University at the Blue Devils Stadium.
Now we are going to dive into what it's like to be on the LTU marching band with one of the current members.
Hi, I'm Joshua Fuhrman. I play trumpet in the LTU marching band. I've always loved band since high school. You know, just hanging around with your friends, goofing off, playing music, the best. I figured, same thing at high school, come over to LTU, experience the same thing, just new people. I always knew that I wanted to stay home so I could, be with my family, and it was a nearby commute, so it was easy for me. Also, classroom sizes, small. I got to know my teachers and my classmates better, so I got to enhance my learning experience more. Because of LTU's small campus size, everything is connected, within a good radius of each other. You could walk around the whole campus in under 10 minutes. Easy to get introduced into the job force, and plenty of restaurants to sample around. If you join marching band, you get a great scholarship. You can live on campus, $5,000 a year, live off it, $2,500 a year, and we get priority registration, so first picks of classes. Online classes, they're a little more difficult, but we're still able to communicate well with our teachers and our fellow classmates to get the best learning experience possible. In-person classes are, in my opinion, way better because I get to meet with my classmates in person and get to build a relationship between classmates and teachers.
Moving over to the softball field, let's take a look at some highlights from a doubleheader against Siena Heights.
I'm John Snow with the LTU Sports Report. LTU softball took on Siena Heights at the Detroit Country Day High School. It was Brittany Wheeler night at the field as LTU softball celebrates the incredible career, and the team recognizes her as a supreme leader of this softball squad. The Blue Devils coming in with a record of 13-14, trying to continue their momentum after winning 4 of their last 6 games. The Saints coming in with a conference record of 2-4, coming back from a 2-week shutdown and being swept by Aquinas. The Saints got the scoring going in the first inning of the first game, giving the Saints an early lead. The Blue Devils offense struggled, managing only 6 hits and leaving 9 runners on base. But LTU would respond in the 7th inning. Elizabeth Kuhn putting the ball in play and is able to get on base on the fielder's choice. That scores Brittany Whelan from third to tie the game at 1 apiece. The Saints would answer right back in the 8th, scoring the go-ahead run. And that would be enough for Kelsey Ewell, who pitched the complete game to give Siena Heights the victory in Game 1. And in Game 2, LTU's offense continuing to struggle until the 5th inning. The Blue Devils scoring a run after back-to-back errors from the Saints defense that would score Clover Brandt from third. That would be the only run of this game. That 1-run lead for Clover Brandt would be all that she needed, as Brandt goes the distance, pitching a complete game shutout, only allowing 3 hits. The Blue Devils win Game 2, 1-0, giving Brittany Whelan, the sole senior, a victory in one of her final home games of her LTU career.
We definitely fought, we have been struggling in the beginning, but we definitely find a way to scrap together some runs at the end, and sometimes it works out in our favor, like today in the second game it did.
I think the difference was just our hitting. We just needed to get key hits at the right time.
Now let's hop right over to our first of 2 Get to Know segments.
My name's Eddie Sheehan. I'm a second-year MBA student and I'm on the golf team. Favourite TV show is an Irish show called Love Hate, mainly because one of my friends is in the cast, so if I wasn't playing golf I'd be boxing right now. So boxed pretty much like all my life growing up, and back home I was a national champion alongside with my brother, so it was like a sport that I was born into really, did it all my life. And my celebrity crush is Cara Delevingne, because I'm pretty sure every guy crushes over her. Probably a dog. I have a pug at home, so like he's like my little brother, so I go around with him, he's like my little baby, so he's my favourite animal.
It's time for a quick commercial break, but make sure to stick around for more LTU Sports Report.
If you're a high school athlete with the dream of playing college sports, Lawrence Technological University wants you to recruit yourself. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports, including its newest additions, competitive cheer and dance, esports, women's hockey, and men's and women's track and field. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
Welcome back. We kick off the second half of our show with women's lacrosse highlights from the WHAC Championship.
Dylan Morello here as we head to Blue Devils Stadium for the 2021 WHAC Championship game. Both of these teams coming as underdogs into this one, having to beat the higher seed to get here. Starting right off the first draw control, Madison Spell able to corral it. She busts down the field and scores just 30 seconds in. The Blue Devils would tie it up, and after that, they would go on a 5-goal run. Here's Katie Waits up top. She feeds it into the middle to Gabby Larkin, who makes a couple of stick moves and grounds it in. Blue Devils take the 2-1 lead. Here's the Blue Devils once again. Ashley Sherry on the free position shot. She elects not to shoot and feeds Katie Waits down low for the goal. Blue Devils now up 5-1. Siena Heights would storm back and make it even. Score tied up 6-aside going into the break. Coming back for the break, it's the junior Abby Spantowski, who already has 12 goals in the first 2 playoff matches this season. Breaking in, she scores. The Blue Devils now up 7-6. Another free position shot here for Lawrence Tech. Spantowski with it. She passes it down low to Foley, who finds the cutting Bella Van Buren. She strikes her mark. The Blue Devils now off and running. Lawrence Tech would take the reins the rest of the game, and it's only fitting that the senior Anna Foley would get the final goal of the match, as your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils are the 2021 Women's Lacrosse WHAC champions, the first time since 2018, and the third title in team history, winning this one by a final of 17-10.
From the beginning, we came in hot. We wanted to stay hot, and I couldn't have asked for a better team to really just kick butt and work hard today.
It hasn't just been this game. It's been a full 2 weeks, actually a full month of the highs and lows. And I mean, 7 games in 10 days is unbelievable. And they played with heart. It was all going to be mental because they're tired. They're tired. And they came out and left it on the field.
The men's soccer season has come to an end, so let's take a look at how it played out.
I honestly, truly, in my heart, knew that we were going to play. I knew that we had great administration that would find a way for us to play. I felt comfortable, but unfortunately, we had 10 recruits that were supposed to join us that didn't because of the global epidemic. So we had to start from scratch, basically. And it was amazing to see. We had players that truly had to step up on and off the field. But I'm very thankful and grateful for our administration for finding a way. And we found out we would end up playing a 14-game schedule. 7 games in the fall, 7 games in the spring. And we had hoped, the guys were here for about a month, 2 months, training. They wanted to play. They wanted to play so bad. So we were trying everything in our books to keep them motivated on the field and off the field. And finally, that first game came. And the jitters came out and, the mistakes were happening, but the boys stepped up. We had to find a quick way to get that chemistry and find a way to play together and learn. Every day was different. Every day was a learning experience. But we found a way to win 5 games, which was great. We had a couple of heartbreaking losses. The cornerstone loss in overtime still eats at me. But then the amazing win against Concordia. Keene had a bike for the game winner. Shot of the year as far as I'm concerned. Then the winter came and we lost a couple of players. So now we had to really step up. Our players, freshmen that saw maybe 10, 20 minutes of playing time, we're seeing more. It was tough. We started off, we lost to Siena Heights, very good Siena Heights team, 2-0. And then we lost again and we lost again. And then Dearborn came in and we didn't know what to expect against Dearborn. We didn't know the type of players they would have. Where would they be in game shape? Where would we at mentally? So we sat down and said, guys, take 2 days off. New season starts with Dearborn. We have 3 conference games left and then playoffs. The boys stepped up. It was amazing, great win, 2-0. Then, unfortunately, COVID finally got to us. We're sitting there all fall, all season. We're going around, we're keeping the boys under control best we can, but it got to us. So we had to shut down. I truly felt we could have made a run in playoffs. Our guys had that motivation, they had that inner belief that they weren't done yet. They weren't gonna let COVID be the end of us. It's how you take it in stride. Life throws things at you. Keep your head up, keep smiling, keep swinging, and take the next step. Well, I'm excited about next year. I'm truly excited. Right now we have about 28, 29 brand new players coming in. It's not a rebuilding, it's reloading. We're prepared to fight and compete for a regular season championship. We have 4 goals in mind. Compete for the regular season championship, win the tournament, make it back to the NAI National Tournament, and go to California. Those are our 4 goals, and that's what we're fighting for right now.
Back to softball, we have highlights from their road trip to play Madonna.
Dylan Morello here is coming off of 2 heartbreaking losses versus Northwestern just yesterday. The Lawrence Tech softball team looks to bounce back versus the Crusaders of Madonna University. The Blue Devils season has been nothing short of a crazy roller coaster ride. When the team is clicking on all cylinders, it looks like no team can touch them, but when things aren't going their way, it makes for a very, very long game. Which Blue Devil team will show up here tonight? Starting in the first game, score tied up at 0 through 4 innings, so we'll jump to the top of the 5th, where Northville, Michigan native Sarah Hyde hits a triple down right field, leading to the first scores of the game. Score now 2-0 in favor of the Blue Devils. We're not done here as senior Brittany Weedland reaches base on an error, and Hyde would run in for the score. Score now 3-0 Blue Devils, headed into the 6th inning. There wasn't much action in the 6th, so we'll move along to the top of the 7th inning, here where Hyde hits a sacrifice fly out to right field, and the freshman Nicole Porozek would score her 9th run of the season. Lawrence Tech would go out to shut out the Crusaders in Game 1, 4-0 the final score. On to Game 2, where things will be much, much different, reminiscing what we mentioned in the open for the Blue Devils, as Lawrence Tech would score in the first 2 innings, but it would be all Crusaders from there, and the Blue Devils would drop Game 2, 9-3 the final score.
My name is Ellery Cure. I'm a freshman and I play volleyball. My favorite TV show is probably Criminal Minds because I love to try to figure things out. My favorite music artist, Elton John, probably because I got it from my mom. My celebrity crush, Chris Evans, because I'm a fan of Captain America. My favorite animal is elephants because they're really cute. And my nickname is Ella.
That's all we have for today. Make sure to give us a follow on all social media platforms. Also, check out our podcast, Blue Devils in Depth, available on all major podcast platforms. You can also get the brand new LTU Athletics app for your smartphone. Thanks for joining us and have an excellent day.